Hey guys, welcome back. Beautiful weather. Today I'll be walking and talking. Let's see what comes up in the collective thought process. I just shared something on my Facebook channel or profile, and it's about the dark empaths. I feel the camera is lagging right now. Maybe I should hold it up higher. Or I could do. I have my little mini selfie stick here for videos. Just checking out the view. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was writing a post about how the collective is in a run right now, describing their experiencing their relationship with the narcissist. And I have this clip. It's about 5.5 minutes long, and it's by Richard Grannon, which I thank very much because he helped me in my CPTSD healing with his video. So I recommend you check him out. And he did a small video on the 5 traits of the dark empath, and his conclusion was that the dark empath is a covert narcissist. And when you go over to Gabo Mate, the trauma specialist, and his theory about diagnosis, and all these diagnoses are unhealed child trauma. They're always coming back to the childhood, you know. And I can agree with him to a certain point, because yeah, it's what you haven't looked at and healed and embraced, with the grown-up saying, I got you, I'm sorry for what I had to do back then to survive, but I got your back now. That's my kind of healing, you know. Every time I see an emotional clip in a movie that gets me an emotional flashback, oh, what did this remind me of? Oh, this was that time. Then I go in and dig deep to meet my inner child at that timeline, because we grow. So childhood is not necessarily only the small child, because there are big children walking in grown-ups, grown clothes, you know, because we are not healed. And I was thinking about that for a long time today. Maybe I should do a video about my thoughts and views about that. So here I am, and the camera is lagging. I suppose it's very big solar flashes today, because that's one main thing that erupts the electronics in our devices. And yeah, so I'm not used to this thick and holding and walking, so I'm trying not to look in too much to the camera, otherwise I will go off the trail and hit the tree. So back to the subject. I think that we attract our wounds, most definitely, because that's a part of the so-called twin flame ride. We meet our wounds in feminine and masculine, you know. So if you're healed up pretty good, you can actually take it and meet your other you in a different gender, so to speak, split souls. And that's a very interesting thought too, because sometimes I feel, there are very much so-called dark empath traits in the spiritual community, I can see. And lots of my girlfriend has been dark empaths that I've been mistaken for narcissistic. So if he's correct, and I'm talking about Richard now, if he's correct, and the dark empath traits goes together with the narcissistic traits of a covert narcissist, I'm fine with that, because then I can see how I can change my view on relationships, So that is another aspect, because relationships can be work related, friends related, and so on and so on. So there is a lot of stuff going into each other, So we have to navigate with wisdom, and wisdom for me is when I learned my lesson and didn't do the same mistake twice, facing a new package and tactics. So all I can say about the dark empath is I can sometimes feel like a dark empath too, because all these diagnoses are related to trauma. Unhealed trauma. Plain and simple. So what do we need to do? Is heal ourselves. It's like healing the world. And if we are healing the world together as a one hive mind in the collective, we set the purpose and an intention on healing the world individually. It's going to be like rings on the water out in the collective field of the realms that we don't see. And as long the main population ain't healed, we're gonna have this diversity, opinions of different sorts, because we have to face our demons by turning around and face them and man up. Simple as that. You can't blame another person for your own trauma. Well, you can blame if you have been a victim of something, then you can blame the victimizer. So, of course, I forget that sometimes because my mind is going 280 kilometers per hour today, because it's windy, it's sunny, cloudy. I feel energized. I'm out in the woods, so bear with me. So now I lost track of where I was talking about again. Yeah, I noticed another thing also within the spiritual community. There are a lot of spiritual correctness, like the political correctness movement. There's a spiritual correctness movement also. You have to be a certain way and you can't eat and drink certain things. That's bullshit. Sorry, that's BS. The most spiritual thing you can do is actually live and breathe. Do your thing. You have your own journey. Don't listen to what other people say that you should do, unless it's about the healing process. And they get and if you ask for advice, because unauthorized advice that I didn't ask for, I just flipped the finger. I flipped the bird. And yeah, so coming back to the spiritual community, correctness movement is like going back to mid 60s when the Rockefeller family saw that people are waking up on mushrooms and cannabis, LSD, DMT, peyote, ayahuasca. So they came about to hijack the movement, the old hippie movement, and renamed it to the New Age movement. So don't believe all you hear and see out there. Let your intuition guide you. And I will be signing off very shortly because I'm in a crossroads and I'm about to do my daily meditation here in the forest. I have to pick a new place because my favorite one was spoken for already. I'm down at a crossroads. You see here, that path leads to a very cool place, but the deforestation on that side is out of this world. And I came from that way, and I can come the long way around, but I'm not up for it today. I'm going to take the shortcut here. So the wind is flying. Listen to the wind, it speaks. I hope